The Celtic Forever podcast. Brilliant. It's the joy of my life.
Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to the Celtic Forever podcast. I am Xander and I've got John here to go through everything that's happened over the last few days at Celtic. What a magnificent one against Feyenoord. We'll go through that, we'll touch through the details on that. Absolutely fantastic by Celtic. But we're going to go through the predictor as well. We'll do the Hibs preview also. As I say, a word on the Feyenoord game. The prize competitions, we'll do everything we need to do that we normally do, but let's quickly say hello to John first. How are you, John?
Hi, good. I'm good. Good night last night, really enjoyed that. It's perfect result for going into the weekend's game.
Yeah, it's a pick me up into John. We did say on the preview of the Feyenoord game that this could be the game that turns the season. And what a result, John. What a fantastic result against a very decent team. I know they've lost the last three games, but they're still Feyenoord. They're still a very good team, John. It was in Holland as well, away from home. A 3-1 win for Martin and the boys. Absolutely fantastic. You've got your Scottish press, John, already downplaying that brilliant win. You know, Feyenoord weren't at full strength, blah blah blah, utter nonsense, John. You know, this is the kind of crap we need to put away every time Celtic get a decent result.
Well, Celtic at full strength.
Yeah, well that's it, isn't it, John? Celtic have had nothing but injuries the entire season. You know, I also heard the BBC saying the other day that both Hearts and Rangers have got injuries, so that's why they're not getting the results that they need. And no mention of the Celtic injuries either, John. So again, that's what we're up against. It's absolutely pathetic. It really is. Same thing, week in, week out, the BBC and other media outlets, John, they just don't give Celtic any credit whatsoever, do they?
Nah. I was disappointed listening to Liam McLeod last night. I normally like him, but he says he was disappointed in Feyenoord. I mean, what kind of things that to say for it? I mean, these Scottish media guys are supposed to be behind every team in Scotland, but he goes there and James McFadden as well, both disappointed in Feyenoord.
Yeah, of course they're disappointed, John. That's not the result they were expecting, you know. To be honest with you, I wasn't expecting Celtic to come out of there with a 3-1 win. I said 2-1 in the predictor to Celtic. But that was more in hope than anything else, John. You know, that was absolutely, what a performance. And we'll get into it in a wee minute. But first of all, competition for the Hibs game, that big league table on your left-hand side. Get your guess in for the Hibs versus Celtic game on Sunday. One guess each in the comments to win the fantastic prize. If you are top of that league table come the end of the season, you will win the lot. Every single prize that's in that box will be yours. And if you want to join that league table, just put your name in the comments and we'll add you to that league table and give you a few free goes at trying to catch up as well. So get your name in if you want to join that league table on your left-hand side. But for the regulars that are there, get your guess in just now. Hibs versus Celtic on Sunday. And good luck to everybody with that. Right, John? This Feyenoord game, let's get into it then. The Celtic now move up to 21st in the Europa League. So it's a good wee jump there, John. We've jumped up a few places. We're now in the playoff places, which is fantastic. That would do for now, I suppose. But one more win, John, one more win. And it more or less puts us into the automatic qualification places in the top 8. So, you know, it's not going to be easy playing Roma, clearly, John. They're a top quality team as well. But, you know, it's a better position than where we were 2 nights ago.
Aye, it's a win. It's a very good one. Just touching on what the media and all that are saying about Celtic and Feyenoord had a weakened team, just overlooking the fact Celtic's team has been totally ravaged with injuries. Not all top players, but most of our top players out. Johnston, Vickers, Jota, Sriracha, blah blah blah. Don't want to go through them all, but numerous top players out of Celtic's team. But they kind of look at that. They just see it as Celtic had it easy because Feyenoord had a couple injuries. Look at the Celtic injury list. Look at it and tell me that Celtic haven't got key players missing. Unbelievable, isn't it? But look, we're up to 21st, you said. 21st in the league table. 7 points. It's looking a lot better, isn't it? So, still not a big fan of it, right enough, this Europa League business, but, it's better to be sitting there than sitting where Sefco was sitting.
Yeah, that's another story altogether, isn't it? Couldn't beat 10-man Braga at home. But no, John, as regards to Celtic and Martin O'Neill especially, John, I do have some concerns about Martin O'Neill leaving the managerial position, John. And I know a lot of Celtic supporters feel the same way. But it's done. It's not done now. As you know, nothing's confirmed yet. But it is going to happen, John. We are going to lose this man as our manager, John, and that's concerning for me.
Aye, well, it's starting to look like he's got Celtic playing the way he likes Celtic to play. And Celtic were tremendous last night, by the way. Apart from a few iffy wee moments, I'd say Celtic dominated maybe 70% of that game. But it was just when Martin's looking to get Celtic playing nice, kind of fluid, attacking style of football. Very easy on the ball. Celtic, very easy to watch, just very relaxed looking. And if Martin leaves, then the whole Celtic way that we play is going to change yet again for the third time this season, so that is concerning.
Of course it is, John. And, even if he's not going to be the manager after the Hibs game, give him a position at the club, director of football, something, John, give him something. I'm hearing rumours that he could become the new chairman to replace Lawwell. That would be fantastic if that was the case, but I can't see it happening at all, to be honest with you. But give him some sort of position at the club, John. We don't want to lose this man. He's been away from the club for so long, a long time, and now he's returned. And look at as you say, John, the style of play for a start. It's the same players. It's the same players that played under Brendan Rodgers. So look at the difference. One man and his assistant makes John be Sean Maloney. Fantastic, John. So give him some sort of job at the club if he's not going to be the manager after the Hibs game.
I don't think Martin would want his style on that. He's retired, didn't he? He's 73, coming up for 74. I don't think at that age, Martin will want to take on a big pressure job like that. But there might be something that he could do at Celtic. I really don't know. But what I've seen from Martin O'Neill so far is he's brought a togetherness back in the team, and the fans love him as well. I'd love him to stay on, Xander, but I just don't think it's in Martin's plans to stay on. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's still no word on Wilfried Nancy. This was everybody, as regards to Celtic news feeds, saying 5-6 days ago that he was imminent. It was going to be tomorrow or the day after. And we came on and told everybody it was going to be a week, possibly 2 weeks. And that's nearly a week already. So we don't, give ourselves praise, John, but we were bang on with that. It was never going to be the next day or two, was it? So still no word on Wilfried Nancy at the club as it stands on this Friday night. But we'll wait and see when that gets announced. That'll possibly be Monday or sometime next week that will be announced. But as I say, concerning, John. And Wilfried Nancy might come in and, we play an even more fluent style of football and better and everything's hunky-dory. But, Martin O'Neill, he is leaving the club in a much better position than where we were 4 weeks ago.
Aye, of course he is. And like I said, I'd love him to stay on. I don't think he will. I just don't think his heart's in it. I know he's enjoying his few games in charge. And I think that's what it's going to be. I just don't think Martin O'Neill wants to take... Look, I don't know Martin O'Neill, obviously, but I just get the impression he's there for the short term and do his best while he's there. And I think he's enjoying it as well. I really think he's enjoying it. But full term, I just don't think his heart's in it. And like I say, I hope I'm totally wrong, because I would love Martin O'Neill just to say, look, if you want me to the end of the season, I'm here. Or at least up until New Year, up until after Christmas. I would love that to happen. I just love that to happen, but I don't know. We'll wait and see it. We can only wait and see what happens. And me personally, I can't see it.
No, I'm the same, John. Everybody's the same. Concerning even though he's put us in a fantastic position, so we can't really moan, I suppose. He's done what he was asked to do. And his sense of humour, John, as well. Serenaded by the Celtic supporters also in the Feyenoord Arena last night, John. And serenaded to a man and woman, John. Every Celtic supporter was in that stadium. And as I say, John, his sense of humour is, I mean, I had to do a late drive last night, and driving up where I was going, I was listening to his interview. He actually had me laughing, John. He said the guy's sense of humour is brilliant. He says the Japanese boys have learned, while he's been there, the Japanese boys have learned a few new words, which is fantastic, he says. But he didn't realise they were swearing words. So he's just got that fantastic sense of humour as well, John, isn't he?
Well, I'm sure the Japanese boys know all the swear words. They're going to pick that up in the training ground. They always are. Every football player knows all that stuff, trust me. But maybe Martin's, maybe Martin's, I know, but maybe Martin's got a few different ones.
Yeah, he says a humour is brilliant. He's going on about his wife as well, saying he's going to mess it up at Celtic. So he says a humour is brilliant. I could listen to Martin O'Neill all day.
He's a legend, isn't he? He is. He's hilarious, Martin O'Neill. I can listen to him all day as well. He is a legend. And without disrespecting Brendan, I think Martin's another level of wit, isn't he? You can see why the players respect him.
Yeah, of course, and it's total respect throughout as regards to Martin O'Neill fans included, John. Right, okay, let's get into the game then. Young Donovan started this one, John. Young Donovan. Engel started as well. Yang also started, and McCowan. So there you go. That's just a level of the injuries we do have at the club where we can't play our first choice wingers, midfielders and defenders, John. So he brought the 4 boys in, John. Every one of them had an outstanding game to a man. Every one of them.
I certainly enjoyed the performances from Donovan and Luke McCowan. I thought Luke McCowan was brilliant last night. He had a few iffy moments. Like every player's going to have iffy moments. When you're away to a hostile environment like that, against a top team like that, you're going to have wee moments where you lose the ball, give a pass away or something like that. That's got to be expected away from home in Europe. Celtic's only won 5 out of 66 away games in Europe. That's how tough it is for Celtic to win away from home in Europe. And obviously we're drawing a lot of games as well. But on the whole, it's mostly defeats. Celtic's record in Europe away from home is really bad, as we know. But I think the boys last night that came in, I think they did Celtic proud last night. Thoroughly deserving of a start at the weekend.
Yeah, that's thoroughly deserving. But he may change it up because of tiredness and stuff, John. We'll get to the Hibs game in about 5-10 minutes. But we'll round up the Feyenoord game, John. We'll round that up just now because there's a few things to go through. Of course, we went behind to a Yuda goal in the 11th minute, made it 1-0 to Feyenoord. Very slacking defence there, I thought, but the players regrouped. Yang got his equaliser on the 30th minute. Great assist from Rio Hatate there. Nice wee cross to the back stick, pops into the net. Nice finish from young Yang, if you like. Then Rio's got basically a gift by Dyson shutting down the goalkeeper. Brilliant from Dyson Mida, closing down, and this time it works out for him, John. The keeper makes a mistake, ball passed direct to Rio Hatate outside the box, and no goalkeeper, no defenders, just puts it into the net. Nice finish. And of course Nygren comes on, makes it 3-1 to Celtic in the 82nd minute from a bullet shot, John, in off the bar. Nice wee goal there. And another assist from Dyson as well. But Dyson's outstanding last night, John. Played through the middle, didn't he? A potential candidate for man of the match from me, but there is a few, of course. But 3 decent finishes, John, especially that finish from Nygren. Outstanding.
I don't think the Dutch goalkeeper obviously realised how quick Dyson is. I mean, everybody knows how quick Dyson is. And he's dilly-dallying on the ball, passing it about at the back. And Dyson is like over 5 yards into it. He just gets this sudden burst of speed. He runs fast and then he seems to just stick it into another gear and he takes off. It's weird. I've never seen a player like that. And he's sprinting really fast towards him. And then just before he gets to him, about 5 yards away, he puts on the afterburners. It's weird how he does it, and puts the keeper right under pressure. And look, real Hitati, just empty net to pass it into from about 25 yards. But Nygren's goal was outstanding. That was a Dyson assist as well.
Yeah, that's it, John. And Martin O'Neill summed it up as regards to Dyson Mida. Just a great wee player, he says. A great wee player. So there you go. Well said, Martin O'Neill. And we've always known that anyway. Okay, let's quickly run through 1 to 10 individual scorings for this one, John, because it's going to be high scores. And you've got to bear in mind the opposition we were up against and where it was. So it was an outstanding performance and result for Celtic. So we'll go through the squad, John, 1 to 10 against the BBC. Just very quickly, this, because we've still got a wee bit to go through and there's only about 25 minutes left, John. So we'll start with, in fact, you just name the player, John, and I'll give you what the BBC player said, as regards to the players, and we'll start with the goalkeeper as usual.
Casper 8. I thought Casper was good last night. He put off a couple of saves, kept us in the game. Although he did have a couple of wee dodgy moments as well. The punch out to their player and all that stuff. But he gets an 8.
Yeah, 7.8, so very close there. Trusty.
Big Austin Trusty gave the ball away as well a couple of times. A bit shaky at the back, I thought, Big Austin. But he was good enough. 7.
Yeah, 7.8. From the BBC, Big Scalesy. Big
Scalesy. He got exposed once, I think, but other than that, pretty solid game from Big Liam Scales. 8 for him.
Yeah, bang on. 8 from the BBC. Kieran Tierney on the left.
Kieran Tierney. I thought out of all the defenders, Kieran was maybe the one that kind of lacked a wee bit. But because he was part of the brilliant team, he never did it drastic. He just kind of lacked compared to the other players, I think. I'll give him a 7.
7.4 from the BBC. Neck and neck so far into Callum McGregor, the captain in the middle, John, holding role.
Good game from Callum. Callum. It was half decent. I thought he never did anything drastic again. More a defensive kind of role for Callum last night, but he did it well. I thought I'd give him an 8.
8.1 from the BBC. Arnie Engels in the forward midfield position.
Arnie Engels, I thought, had a really good game. I thought he did a really good game last night. He was getting stuck into everything. I'll give him an 8.5.
Yeah, 8 bang on from the BBC. I thought he had a brilliant game as well, actually. Real Hitati, John?
Real Hitati, another assist and a goal. Good performance from Rio. He looked like he was getting back to self, holding up the ball and all that, pinging the passes, scoring the goals, setting up the assists. 9 for me for Real Hitati.
8.3, John. I missed it. Donovan, by the way. Score for Donovan?
Donovan at the back. I thought the wee man was brilliant. He gets an 8.5 as well.
Yeah, 8.1 from the BBC. Very accurate and close so far, John. These scores between you and the BBC. Okay, let's get up to the forward line then, John. We had Yang on was it the left? Yeah, the left for Yang.
Great game for Yang. Lovely finish at the back post as well. I thought Yang was outstanding last night. Really, really good game. I'll give him an 8.
Yeah, this could be the start of Yang's career at Celtic. 8.2 from the BBC, and Rio as well, back to his best also, John. Okay, over the other side, we had Luke McCowan. John, what was your thoughts on Wee Luke?
I thought Wee Luke was brilliant last night. I know he hit the bar from about 3 yards out, but apparently it was offside, but I never get a definitive on that to see if it was offside or no. They did show you a replay, but I couldn't make it out. But he had a good game. He was getting stuck into everything. And he was playing out of position. So, tough shift for him. He gets an 8 for me.
Yeah, 7.7 from the BBC. And last of all, Dyson Mida through the middle. John, what was your thoughts on the wee man?
I thought he was outstanding. And there was one moment when Celtic were attacking, they were passing it about the edge of the box, and Dyson fluffed his pass, and it caused Celtic all sorts of problems, corner kick after corner kick and all that, because obviously Feyenoord broke up the park after, but Dyson passed it straight to them, but it caused all sorts of problems for Celtic. But other than that, it was a totally flawless performance, chasing down, as you seen with the goal, he was doing that all night. I thought Dyson was outstanding. He gets a 9.
Yeah, 8.4 from the BBC. Okay, John, that was quite close actually, wasn't it? Very close scores there throughout actually. Just 1 or 2 points of a score out in each one. And you're right as well, John, when we done the preview of the Feyenoord game, the allocation was cut. The ultras were banned from the stadium. So, that full stand behind Kasper Schmeichel's goal in the first half was empty, wasn't it? So, yeah, you were bang on.
They were still... I just remember reading it somewhere, but they were letting off fireworks still after they scored. They were outside the stadium letting fireworks off. Tough cheese.
Yeah.
No Feyenoord fans waving at Celtic players this time, Xander.
No, it was a good, sweet revenge, wasn't it? You're right, John. All right, we'll wrap that up, John. We'll wrap that up because we've got the Hibs game to go through also. Just a man of the match off you then, John, before we move on to the Hibs game.
Oh, it's a tough one for man of the match. I think I've got to give it to. I know it is tough, but I'm going to give it to Dio Hatate because I thought he was outstanding. I think his goal and his assist and his passing and his strength holding players off and all that. I thought Rio was outstanding last night, Sander. I'm giving it to him.
Fair play, John, and I'll give it to Dyson. Because I would give it to Rio, but just so that we can give two players a bit of, headlines, if you like, I'll give it to Dyson up front, even though he didn't score one of the goals. And just a wee quick score for Nygren, John, just very quickly. Nygren score, since he scored a brilliant goal, beautiful goal.
I don't know, he never played for that long, Xander. It's hard to give a score, but his goal was outstanding off the bar and in. It was a peach. Set up by Dyson, of course. I think Donovan that assisted Dyson. Dyson cuts it back to Nygren.
Yeah,
beautiful. I'll give Nygren. I'll give him a 6.5 the time he was on.
Okay, fair enough. And the BBC gave him a 7, so that's fair as well. All right, John, just a wee quick reminder for everybody that the Scottish Cup draw is on Sunday evening. The Scottish Cup weekend, but from the Championship downwards. And after this weekend, it's all the Premier League teams are added to the Scottish Cup draw, and that is live on Sunday night on the BBC. Just a wee reminder for folks: Scottish Cup draw Sunday night. Right, John, Hibs. They always make it tough at Easter Road, John, don't they? It's going to be another one of the they three forwards of theirs, John. Bowie, McGrath and Boyle, John, they really do close the Celtic defenders down really quickly. But we're used to that, John, and we've got a different manager at the helm now going to Easter Road, a manager that's got us playing more dynamic style of play, more attacking style of play, more no-nonsense style of play, John. If we're struggling, John, we don't pass it about at the back anymore. We're just putting that ball up the park, give the defenders a bit of breathing space. So, different manager, different style of play, John. We're just looking for a performance and a win, like we do in every game.
Aye. It's tough. It's always tough going to Easter Road. It's always a tough venue, that. And Hibs, of course, the last time we played them, took a point off us at Celtic Park. But it's a totally different Celtic they're going to be playing against. I'm not saying we're outstanding. I'm saying it's a different style of Celtic they're playing against. It's... there's a lot of long balls. I'm sure Hibs have been watching Celtic under Martin O'Neill and thinking, look, they're playing different. We've got to do something different because this is a different animal we're up against now. That laborious passing about the back constantly is away now. That's gone. Celtic played for spells in that game completely in Feyenoord's half. They were passing about in Feyenoord's half. That's how good Celtic were last night. Well, like Barcelona passing it about in Feyenoord's half, and for spells of the game, I mean, they dominated them, and we were looking for something similar against Hibs. It's got to be something similar to that. There was a calmness last night that you just kind of, even at 2-1, I thought Celtic are not losing this game. They're too calm. They've got level heads, and they were looking for that against Hibs as well. Xander, same performance. I think we can take Hibs pretty easy with the same performance as last night.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. It's, there may be a few wee changes in the lineup. We'll get to the lineup in a wee minute, but it's one I'm looking forward to. 12 o'clock kickoff on Sunday, and Tip Walsh, the referee, man in the middle, or the controversy at the semi-final. He's back refereeing a Celtic game. Controversy, that's a laugh, isn't it? Okay, Celtic second in the league, 26 points. And Hibs third in the league with 21 points. They're only the 5 points behind us. And it would have been closer if they'd got that result against Motherwell last weekend. So we're hoping that their heads are down slightly after going to Fir Park, John, and losing 2-0.
Aye, and they're missing their main defender, Grant Hanley. I think he's been cranking for Hibs. Big Grant Hanley. I've watched Hibs a few times this season. He's always stood out. He's actually a really good, or he looks good playing in Scotland against lesser teams, if you like. But he is a good defender. He is a Scotland international. And he's been their rock at the back. So with him missing, suspended, they might not feel so bold attacking Celtic like that, you know. Celtic lightning on the counter-attack. Big Grant's missing.
Big Grant's missing. A couple other missing for Hibs, John. Motnikov is missing also. Josh Campbell still missing. And Mena is out also. So 3 or 4 out for them. And also, the Celtic players that are out injured. But what I will say is that Sirachi could be back for this one, John. He could be back. Pictured in training. Also, Big Iheanacho was pictured in training also. But Martin O'Neill clearly thinking it's just a wee bit too early for these guys.
Well, I don't know the extent. He might be feeling up for it, Xander. He might be feeling good to go. Sirachi, and I hope he is. I think he's a cracking left back. I really, really do. I think when he's playing, he adds something to Celtic. I'm not taking anything away from Kieran Tierney. He's a cracking left back, and he's still got a long way to go, I think, before he gets back to the way we know Kieran can play. I think he's got a wee bit to go yet. He only lasted the 60 minutes last night. So Sirachi's good to go. You might see him starting.
Yeah, and Iheanacho also good to go. If Iheanacho is ready, and clearly is because he was on the bench against Feyenoord, who would you like to see start up front through the middle in this one, John? Iheanacho or Dyson after his 2 assists in Holland the other night?
Iheanacho maybe a bit too early for him. This is a big game at the weekend against Hibs. It's always a tough place to go. I would like to see Dyson starting at Xander. Look, he might switch it up. Martin might switch up. He might put Dyson out in the left, Forrest out in the right or something like that, and Iheanacho through the middle. I don't know, but right now I think it'll be Dyson through the middle because he was outstanding there last night.
Yeah. We'll wait and see. In fact, we'll do the lineups just now. Actually, John, I'll quickly run through the predicted starting 11 for Hibernian. John, gives you a wee minute to think about what you think. This is what you think the starting lineup's going to be against Hibs for the champions, John. But for Hibs, I think it'll be O'Hora in goal, Karanga, Iredale, Chris Cadden, Mulligan, Balrazer, is it? Balrazer, Nicky, Cadden, McGrath, Boyle and Bowie up front for them. This boy Bowie is a decent wee forward into Boyle. We all know about Boyle as well. They're just we've got plenty of pace up front, John. But I think we will be under Martin O'Neill. We seem to be a wee bit stronger. I think so. I think defence should be okay to cope with the 3. John, you've got your big skills, Trusty. Don't know who'll be playing at right back, John. I don't know who would maybe start with right back. Will it be Donovan? Who knows? Will it be Ralston? We don't know. And Kieran. So they 4 lads at the back, including the goalkeeper as well, but Casper, John. They should be okay. Obviously, it's a game of football. Last 90 minutes, anything can happen. Understand that. But they're a very, very tricky forward line. Hibs have got there.
Aye. It was a big call from Martin last night, by the way, dropping Ralston, wasn't it, and putting young Donovan in. But it is tricky picking a Celtic team at Easter Road. It really is, because we know Hibs are a good team, and we know they've got pace up front, like you say, with Boyle and all that, and Bowie. A good team, Hibs. A good team, and it's always a worry going to Easter Road, isn't it? It's a venue. Celtic they've struggled there quite a lot at Easter Road, so this will be no different.
Yeah, it will be no different, John. But when we say struggle, we're talking about draws mainly at Easter Road, isn't it? They always seem to get good draws against Celtic up there. I don't know, John. It's in fact, we'll do the predictor right now. In fact, while we're talking about what we think the score's going to be, because a win is obviously going to be vital in it, because come, Sunday afternoon when we kick off, John, we already know the Hearts result when they play Motherwell, and obviously we hope Motherwell are going to do us a big favour there, but we'll know the result, so we know what we need to do either way. Because whether Hearts win, lose or draw, John, we're still looking for those 3 points, and that brings us nicely onto your predictor, John, and everybody's in the competition as well. This is their chance to get 3 points into the league table. Get your guess in the new, John, but what do you think for this one, John? I take it you've given it some thought.
No, really. I never did the Celtic team, by the way. Celtic predicted starting 11.
Quickly run through that then, John. What you think? Who do you think Martin's going to go with? The same as the Feyenoord game, or will he change it up a wee bit to give some players a rest?
Well, this is my guess. I'll do it quickly so we can go into the predictor for the games. Schmeichel, Trusty, Scales, Tierney, and Ralston, I think, in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Centre of the park, Real Hatate, Arnie Engels and Callum McGregor. I think Engels is starting to look better under Martin O'Neill, but he's still no quite. It was great last night, but I think that'll be the midfield three. As Arnie Engels, Hatate and McGregor up front. I think it'll be Dyson through the middle. I think I'm not sure about the left front man. If it'll be Tenecti or Yang, because Yang was outstanding last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did say in the preview of the Feyenoord game that we thought Tenecti would be dropped, and it was dropped, John, because he hasn't been on form the last couple of games. So that's what happens when you're off form. So I think he's got to go with Yang, to be honest with you. We know Yang can be up and down, but this may be the start of his Celtic career, John, kicking off properly, if you like. So I'd like to see Yang start.
Aye, but this is a different animal against Hibs. It's a different style of play. Hibs are going to put 3-4 defenders around Yang or Tenecti, whoever plays. That's why these guys find it so tough in Scotland, because they're defending against 3 and 4, sometimes 5 defenders at a time. It's impossible for them. So I don't know who's going to start there, but right now I'll say, because his performance in Holland last night against Feyenoord, I'll say he'll start with Yang. So Dyson, Yang, and on the right hand side, I thought Luke McCowan never did himself any harm last night playing it there. I thought he played well at that. So he might go with him.
Yeah, and Dyson through the middle again. Yeah, there's options, John, because that's, playing Luke McCowan out there on the right, it does give the manager options, and that was a wee one outside the box, wasn't it? Nobody thought for a second that was going to be the case, and he did play well. He played very well, like McCowan. So it's a tricky one. Who are you going through the middle, John? You going with Maida or Iheanacho?
I went with Dyson, Sander.
Right, okay, fair play, John. All right, predictor, let's get into it then. Let's get right into it. We'll start with the Celtic game, John. It's very difficult. That's why, the top of the league hasn't changed for weeks in this one. Our league table, that is, for the correct score. Still Roseanne, yourself, and I didn't get this right. Is it Paul? Is it Collins? Collins, isn't it?
It's Collins,
Yeah, so it's no change, John, for a long time. We did get a winner last week with the St Mirren game. Rosemary, I think it was, got it right. So she moved up the table slightly, but we're looking for a few people to get it right this week, John. What do you think, buddy? Hibs versus Celtic.
Aye. I texted you last night and says it would finish 3-1, by the way.
Yeah, as I say, I had 2-1 on the predictor, so I was ecstatic when that third goal went in, John. I was ecstatic. But I thought, that's a predictor gone, but it doesn't matter about the predictor. It doesn't matter a jot, because that third goal just confirmed the victory. And it was brilliant. So I didn't mind losing that one, to be honest with you. But, different kettle of fish on Sunday, as you say, John.
Aye, well, my predictor was wrong. I says 2 each on the podcast, but I texted you last night and says 3-1, but it was 2-1 at the time.
Yeah.
Where are we? Celtic against Hibs predictor. If Celtic put in a performance like they did last night, but they're going to be playing a totally different team, obviously. It's totally different totally different style of football. I mean, a totally different style. Hibs will defend staunchly. So Celtic players won't be offered quite so much space. But they did well against St Mirren, breaking that down. I thought St Mirren were really good. If Celtic can they'll get a lot of confidence from the two last results, St Mirren, then Feyenoord. Two very tough teams, especially Feyenoord. That'll give Celtic a wee lift. And I'm going to say Celtic to go on and win it 2-0.
Okay, John. 2-0 to the champions would be fantastic. I'll say 3-1 to Celtic in this one, John. As regards to the predictor score, it's now 17-9, John, a midweek predictor. You got one right, I got one right. You got the Rangers game 1 each with Braga, and I got the Partick Thistle Dunfermline game right, 1-0 to Partick Thistle, John. So that's a score up to 17-9 and the 1-on-1 individual predictor, John. And that brings us on to the rest of the games then. We'll start with Dundee against St Mirren on Saturday.
Against St Mirren, like I keep saying, I like St Mirren. I really do like St Mirren. I've enjoyed watching them playing. Really good team, but they've been unlucky with their results. Really unlucky because they're a solid wee team. But Dundee, I'm hoping St Mirren turn them over. And I'll not forget how they celebrated when they beat Celtic Dundee, by the way. And they're coming to Celtic Park next week as well, so that's good. Revenge time.
Yeah.
But Dundee at Dens Park, I'll go for a draw on that one. No, I'm going to go for a St Mirren win. I'm going to change it to 2-1 to St Mirren.
Yeah, 2-0. Dundee are on their knees, aren't they? Motherwell against Hearts, 3 o'clock on Saturday, John.
Just to confirm, that's 2-0 to St Mirren, you're saying, aye?
Yeah, 2-0 St Mirren, yeah.
Aye, you never says, you just says 2-0. Can I slip that one in and I says 2-0.
I don't think Dundee would beat St Mirren 2-0 when they're on their knees.
But I don't know. Sometimes you can just make things up after it, but I didn't mean that or that stuff. I'm not having it.
Yeah, that's it. Well, we've not had that problem yet, actually, on the big league table, have we? No, there's not many people have had many right, to be honest with you. It's been a very slow start, but we're hoping the big predictor league table kicks off this weekend, John. Okay, Motherwell Hearts.
Motherwell Hearts, that's just one I think I fancied Motherwell to take points off of them because Motherwell have hit a bit of form just now. I think they've won 2 and drawn 1 in the last 3, and it's at Fir Park. I've got to go for a draw in this one, I think, Xander. I think I'm going to go for a draw in this one. I'm going to go for a Desmond. I keep saying I've not won a Desmond for a while, but I'm going for a Desmond, a 2-2.
All right, John, I'll say 2-1 to the well. Fingers crossed with any luck, that'll be the case.
I hope you're right.
Yeah, that's it, John. We're all hoping that. Saturday, 5:45 kick-off, Kilmarnock against Dundee United, John.
Kilmarnock, Dundee United. I think Dundee United, who did they play the last time? I never seen it. I know they get thumped. I can't mind who it was they were playing, but they get thumped anyway. I think it was 4-0. How can I not remember who they were playing? I never seen the game. I just seen the results. I can't remember. Anyway, Dundee United against Kilmarnock. Kilmarnock's ground, aye?
Yeah, at Rugby Park, John, yeah.
The Dundee United are very hard team to predict. They're hot and cold all season. They're going to want to bounce back after that. I'll go for a United win. 2-1 to Dundee United.
Kilmarnock win for me, John. 1-0 to Kilmarnock in that one. As you say, Dundee United last time out. Pretty heavy defeat, wasn't it? It's 3 or 4-0, as you say. Can't remember who that was against. Can't remember myself, to be honest with you. Okay, Dunfermline against Queen of the South in the Scottish Cup. Lenny, what's John?
Just go for a Lenny win. Queen of the South, I'll go for a Lenny win 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0 to Lenny. I'll just go to 2-0 then, John. 3-0 and 2-0, okay. Okay, moving on. We've got Bruni Watch also in this predictor. Who is it they play again, John? Let me get back to that one, John. I can't read my own writing. Into Sunday, Rangers against Falkirk at Ibrox. Yet another game at Ibrox. Rangers against Falkirk.
Rangers against Falkirk. Another game at Ibrox. I'm surprised there's still grass left on that pitch. The amount of times they play there. I need to count the fixtures up. By the way, to see how many games we played at Celtic Park this season in the league.
Not sure, John, but I know that it's the Celtic Park. You know that the Celtic players were training on Celtic Park the other night, but because they need to sort of bed the grass in because it's not being played on that often. But yeah, it's we will get that turned around. John. We will have a few home games coming up soon. But it's Rangers at Ibrox. They're constantly at Ibrox just now. But they're at Ibrox again, John, against Falkirk. What do you think, buddy?
1-0 to Rangers. They're so poor. I watched their game last night against Braga. They're just such a poor team. I'm surprised they even took a draw. To have a near Denny's golf swing yet again, Sander. His crappy penalties that he takes. I mean, he must be good at them because he's had enough practice. How many penalties has he scored for them? By the way, Dundee United won 3-0 by Falkirk. So
yeah.
So there you go. Falkirk off the back of a away win against Dundee United. Thumped them 3-0 away from home. They're going to Ibrox, maybe a wee bit of confidence. John McGlynn. I might go for a one each draw there, actually.
Yeah, it could be a draw. I'll say 2-1 to the Rangers, John. But, you know, it could be a draw. Very, very possible. It could be. But, you know, red cards, opposite players sent off, penalties, all the usual dross that happens over there, John. I'll go the 2-1 to them. All right, moving on, John. Livingston against Aberdeen on Sunday also.
Aberdeen against Livingston, you says that?
Livingston versus Aberdeen, yeah.
Livingston against Aberdeen at Livingston's ground. Aberdeen drew one each last night against Noah.
That's right, yeah.
So I don't know, it's a tough with Aberdeen, isn't it? Did well against Hearts, they played really well against Hearts. I'm going to go for an Aberdeen win. I think they'll win this one. I'll go for 2-0 to Aberdeen.
2-0 for the Dons, who were booed off the park at Pittodrie last night. I'll say 2 each in that one, John. 2 each, a wee draw for me in that one. And just finally, John, just so we can keep a wee eye on this team. You don't know anything about any of the teams. Just what I guess off you for this one. Roma, who by the way beat Midtjylland on Thursday night. So they're a very decent team. Midtjylland on top of the group. Roma beat them 2-1 against Napoli on Sunday, John.
Well, I don't know anything about Napoli and Roma. I watched them against Rangers. That was it. Roma. Obviously, I used to watch Italian football all the time. I never missed a game every weekend when it was on Channel 4. But right now, Roma, I know that they're a good side. I'm going to go for a Roma win to beat Napoli 3-1.
All right, that's a good one, isn't it? And I'll say 2-1 to Napoli. Just as a guess. Haven't got a clue. I'm like you, John. Don't know much about Italian football these days. All right, John. Just a quick sum up for you then, buddy. Obviously, we're on a high after Feyenoord. We play Hibs on Sunday. What's your thoughts, John? And what are you looking for come Monday morning when we come back on? You're obviously hoping for a Celtic win. We're all hoping for that, John. But what's your overall feelings just now, buddy?
Well, obviously, I'm happy with Celtic the last couple of games. The win against St Mirren, played poor, still won the game. Played Feyenoord, kind of played them off the park a wee bit. So I'm happy with the performances right now. It needs to continue, of course. Worst case scenario, looking at a draw, maybe. I don't think Hearts will beat Motherwell, by the way. I think the best case for Hearts there will be a draw. I hope I'm right. But I'm just looking at these games that's coming up because if Celtic get beat by Hibs, which I don't think we will, if we do, and Hearts win, that puts 7 points behind them, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then Celtic play their game in hand against Dundee at Celtic Park. And then we play our game against Hearts at Celtic Park. So that would mean Hearts would still be above us on 1 point if those results work out that way.
Yeah.
But if these results work out, Celtic win, and then we play Dundee and win, and then we play Hearts and win, we'll be at the top of the table after that. And Celtic to win their next 3 games, Sander? What do you think the bookies' odds are on that? I would fancy Celtic going and win their next 3 games. I think they will. I think we'll be at the top of the league by Tuesday night, Wednesday night when we played Dundee at Celtic Park, Sander.
Yeah, I think anything other than the Hearts win at the weekend, things are looking really, really good, John. Obviously, we need to win our games as well. That goes without saying. But no, things are looking good. If Hearts can at least draw that game against Motherwell, John, I think things are looking really good. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see, John, what happens over the weekend. It's let's be honest, it has made things a wee bit more interesting, hasn't it, John? This Hearts revival, if you like, and obviously they're still up there, John. They're still top of the league. It's not as if they're now sitting 4th or 5th. They're still sitting top of the league. They're going through a blip just now, and we just hope that blip continues.
I watched them against Aberdeen. They were poor. I mean, I've never rated them. I think they've been very lucky this season. They're very fortunate to find themselves up the top of the league, to be honest with you. Because I think Hibs are a better team than Hearts, to be honest. Honestly, I've seen what I've seen from Hibs. I just think they're like a much better team. Hearts were very, very lucky to beat them. And look, we're up against it Sunday against Hibs. We're really up against it, but we can take it one game at a time. And there'll be confidence soaring through the Celtic players after the result last night. So let's hope the happy times continue. That's all I can say, Xander. Happy times to continue. Looking forward to Sunday. Just hope Celtic are up for the fight. They'll be looking at the top of that table and saying, we're almost back where we belong. Yeah, that's it, John. Yeah, well said. And no European hangover. I think we should be absolutely okay. Just no European hangover. Mark O'Neill hopefully get that drilled out of the lads. Confidence is high just now. And any sort of win against Hibs, John, that's what we're looking for clearly, into any sort of win. So good luck to the champions on Sunday. Good luck to Celtic in the Scottish Cup draw on Sunday night. And comments will return on Monday. Just no time over the last couple of podcasts, John, but they will return on Monday night because I've got plenty of free time on Monday night. So we'll do those comments, John, and we'll catch you on Monday, John. We'll do that reaction to Hibs versus Celtic on Monday. I'll catch you Monday, Xander. Hail.
Right, John, thanks very much for coming on. Appreciate that. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you all on Monday. Thanks for now.
The Celtic Forever podcast is a zero advert and zero profit channel. The channel also includes Celtic highlights and player interviews, so join the uninterrupted fun and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.